What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be a final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. First of all, sorry to everyone who came at 2. I scheduled the live at the wrong time. Oh my God, that was embarrassing. So sorry for that. But welcome everybody to the chat. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. This is going to be a relatively quick chat today, just like a 30-minute early morning squad workout or shakeout. Annie, if they're coming to America, I put my peg down. Yes, you do that, Annie. The jokes just keep coming. It's been trending for 2 days, y'all. I mean, Earthworm couldn't even trend for the hour that it was on the TV. And it's been trending globally. It just will not stop. Lucy, I love how you guys know me so well by now. Yeah, it's because I scheduled the live wrong. I am also testing out Twitch for the first time. So if anybody watches on Twitch or you would prefer to watch on Twitch, I know Twitch is more like the gamers and art and stuff like that, but I'm trying to make things available to as many platforms as possible. So if you're a Twitcher, then the Twitch channel is now live and I'll post a link in the community tab later. I love how you all were having like a full-on conversation. It's a possibility that she's forgotten because she's packing. Thank you so much, you all. You're awesome. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Lane. Hi, hi, hi. Yes, thumbs up, please, everyone. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Diane. Hi, Annie. Hi, Vanessa Jones. Elisa. Hey, hey. Lucy, Black Queen. Sylvia's here. Hi, Anna. Joy. Sherry's here. Connie Balmer's here. Connie, how was your birthday? What did you do, darling? Yesterday was such an amazing podcast. It was actually one of my favorite that I think I've ever done. And something that I was thinking about doing, but I wasn't sure if you guys wanted. I know that not everybody has the time to watch the full podcast, but somebody did suggest taking the best parts of podcasts, like the snippets, and reposting those. So a couple of people have said that, and I think it's something that I will start doing because there are like certain parts of podcasts that are just absolutely golden, like Nelson's part yesterday when he was speaking. I want to definitely post that as a video by itself. And so that's something that I'm going to start doing soon as well. So if you can't sit and watch the whole podcast, you can get the best you can get the best snippets. Um, but also, if you ever do miss a podcast live and you want to watch the replay quicker, just increase the speed of the video. That's how I get through audiobooks and podcasts and YouTube videos faster. So that's a little trick for you, especially if it's a very like long 1 hour video. Elaine, how do we join your Facebook page? I will post the link literally right now. I'll post the link right now. I did post it on the community tab, but here is the link, Facebook page. There you go. And you can, if you're not on other social media platforms, but you're on Facebook, you can follow along on Facebook because I'll just basically be reposting everything onto Facebook. Sylvia, that just one of our Sausage Squad moderators said that she tried to pull up the hashtag, it had been removed. Not that I'm aware of, no. Not that I'm aware of. I can still see it. Hi, NRB, nice to see you. Let's see. Karen, Omid Scobie is writing a new book about the royals. Yes, I will touch upon that in a moment. That is true. Omid getting his money, money, money. Okay, so let's get on to the lighter things before the other stories of the day. Just a reminder, starting this week, this coming week, you are cordially invited to participate in the Sausage Squad fundraiser benefiting the young people of Santa Bale. So once the links come out and everything, I will make sure to post that, of course, across the Duchess of Success platforms. But that fundraiser is coming up that we do every single year. So that's something nice to look forward to. Secondly, yes, Omid has signed a book deal, his second book deal. I'll be interested to see what is in this book because he has been given some access, or at least some exclusives by the Sussex's people. So I don't know if how close he is now or what kind of details he'll get, because even with Finding Freedom, the press tried to paint this narrative that Omid was a friend of the Sussexes and that the Sussexes were giving him, all this insider information. And that just happened not to be the case. A lot of the stuff in Finding Freedom was just stuff that we kind of already knew anyway. It definitely had mixed reactions in the squad. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. The fact that it popped up in Meghan's court case, after that, a lot of people didn't like it. But I feel like Omid has slowly been moving in a new direction, especially with his Yahoo column. So I am actually excited about this book. I wasn't too excited about Finding Freedom, especially because his co-writer stayed pretty silent in the face of the abuse that Omid was getting. But I think he's always tried to remain neutral, and he's moving in a very good direction as a journalist. So well done to Omid. You can buy another G wagon. Sherry, it's a book deal for Omid personally. No, Carol, not that I know of. No, let me just actually check the tweet that he put out. Give me one sec. Where is it now? Where is it now? Well, let me go to his Instagram page. Sorry, his Twitter page instead. Okay, so he says, I can finally share that I'm working on my brand new book. So excited to be working again with Carrie Thornton at Day Street, HarperCollins US, Miss Lisa Milton, and HQ Stories. So he doesn't give any other details other than that. It doesn't say that he's working with anyone. He just says, I'm working on a brand new book. So yeah, so the title will focus on a new chapter of the royal story and feature unique insight, deep access, and exclusive revelations. So, I mean, they like to use all these buzzwords to sell the book before it comes out, but it's left to be seen what deep insight that will be. But I think in terms of earning his trust, he has done that. And if the Sussexes and their people want to give him a little bit more insight, then I think he's earned it. So I guess it'll be left to be seen. And this whole Prince of Pegging thing has pretty much just um distracted entirely from Tom Bower's book. Like nobody's even talking about that dumb book anymore. In the slightly different news, Simone Biles posted this on Twitter. She posted Little Miss traumatized by her Olympic experience. And this straight away reminded me of how Piers Morgan and the Daily Fail were acting during this time. Bearing in mind that 4 years prior, Simone, like her teammates, were suffering at the hands of Larry Nassar, who was abusing these girls at the Olympic Games, had been abusing them for some time. It was only understandable that as a victim of assault, to go back to that arena, to go back to that place, it was more than likely that she would have been very, very triggered. And you saw that in her performance. And despite that, she still did pretty well. She still went and got a bronze. And what did Piers Morgan do when he saw a black girl at her lowest point in front of the whole world? He came out with this headline saying that there was nothing heroic about her quitting. To me, heroic was showing up in the first place. And Piers Morgan, of course, has me blocked, which is probably a good thing because then I just won't be tempted to look at any nonsense he has to say. But it's interesting that Piers Morgan has thousands of words for a black girl going through trauma, but the likes of him and the rest of the British media have nothing to say about the future King of England's alleged affair. Numb silence from all of them. And none of the royal reporters, no one in mainstream press, is pretty much been ignored. It's only the more gossipy and I guess US and international sites like The Cut, like She Knows, although She Knows actually took the article down. Don't know why, if that was or wasn't the palace. But The Cut, who has never shied away from criticizing the Cambridges, posted this yesterday. So it's going to be interesting to see if this gets taken down or not. But no one can tell me that the British press has never covered stories like this before. They have. So these are articles about pegging going back to February 2020, and another article about a Prince Albert piercing going back to September 2021. So no one can say that the British press is so pearl clutchy that they don't cover these stories. They have completely and utterly blacked out this story about Prince William. And also on the morning shows in the United Kingdom, nothing, absolutely nothing. And as someone said on Twitter, the hypocrisy of the UK looking down on nations that censor or control their media, Prince William affair, hashtag Prince of pegging, and various hashtags about Kate trending for days. Yet Google search in the UK on Prince William brings up nothing about any of this in the British media. And someone else tweeting BBC and ITV when they see Prince William affair and pegging trending. And there's a boy saying Meghan. And that's literally it. They're trying to distract with the whole Prince Harry security matter. They have not covered it at all. They are numb, silent. And but despite the mainstream media not covering it, social media has. And these are just a few of the videos on YouTube. And you can see even from channels that are not royal related channels. The thing about when something like this happens and it's a trending topic is just naturally everybody's going to jump on it for clout, or they'll find some way of jumping on it for clout. So I think what the royals are going to start finding is that they just don't have the control that they used to, because you cannot come after everyone. You just can't do that. And actually, as much as there is allegedly a super injunction against allegedly William's alleged affairs, if somebody did actually come out in the mainstream press and talk about it, I wonder if there's a case, if there's any lawyers in the chat, please do tell us if there is a case for challenging that super injunction in court and seeing if you could challenge talking about it on the grounds of freedom of speech because of William's position. I think that would be a groundbreaking course, because injunctions and super injunctions are very, very problematic, and they're really just there to protect powerful people. Because I don't know how much a super injunction is, but I don't think you'd be able to afford it as an average person. So if you're rich and famous or royal, you shouldn't be able to abuse the system like that. It seems other people who posted about it are running scared. Ryanair deleted their tweet. And I don't understand why, because they said, William, we saved you a seat. Well, that could be any William. And Ryanair is an Irish company. So why is an Irish company bending over for the palace? Why? I don't understand that. Let's go to your comments before we continue. Oh, got some super chats. Thank you. Mary, what I believe Omid Scobie will be making the only money off the book deal, because the rest of these people have nothing but lies. Yes. Hello, if you're just joining the chat, thumbs up, please. And I believe Baron does have another chat later, so go over and check that out as well. No problem, Connie Barmer. I hope you had a fabulous holiday. You look fabulous in your thumbnail with the glasses, so I'm sure you did. Janet Williams, hello from Canada. Hello. I have been a fan of the Sussex Squad since Tina and Michelle days. Good job from all the podcasts. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Mercy. Lovely to see you here too. No one cares what Peg Moron thinks. He all pegged out too. Oh gosh, the jokes just keep coming. On a serious note, though, and I did post this on Twitter, if you are a man listening to this and you are William's age, 40 or over, it is time for you to start going to get your prostate checked. So make sure that you're getting your health checked, men, because you often don't do it. You delay going to seek help. And this is what leads to late diagnosis. So if anything positive has come out of any of this, it's just a reminder to men: if you are of a certain age, please do look after your health, and please do get your prostate checked professionally, and also learn how to check your prostate for signs of prostate cancer yourself, please. PSA over. Pelena, Piers Morgan has no soul. He's an empty shell walking around. Yes, an empty shell walking around, looking for other souls to suck off, and whatever paycheck gets thrown at him. His days are almost numbered. Malone, my gosh, I was just gone for a couple of days and I come back to begging drama. I'm telling you, sometimes it's like I close my Twitter app for 5 minutes and something else has happened. Uh, Mary Davis, I've been waiting for the public to bury Pig Pink Piers Morgan. I don't see his worth. His worth is he gives a certain demographic validation, but even they're getting bored of him. I think I said this in another podcast. His particular demographic wasn't too keen on the vitamin juice, the jibby jab. Can't say the word because of the censors, and he came out very strongly in support of it. So after that, a lot of his base actually turned on him. So I don't actually think that he even has um like a strong base anymore. Like he just has a set of Piers Morgan fanboys and pick Misha girls, and he's not even loyal to them. He's just loyal to whoever it is will give him a paycheck, because he has upset his own base. And of course, the left don't like him either. Yes, the British media is very biased. They let you see what they want, of course. And we're a country that's meant to up, hold ourselves to the highest standard of freedom and freedom of speech and press freedom, and yet there's an invisible contract between our monarch, her heirs, and the press. Oh, happy Saturday to you, humorous TikTok. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you so much, Alan Vernon, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. And oh, NRB, no, 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 no donations from you. You're already a member, darling. But thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you so much. You're so generous. Thank you. Harry Davis, and I hope it transfers another week. Yes, hope so. Hi, Arnold. Thanks for joining us this Saturday. But yeah, this is not what this lot here wanted. The three horsemen of hell: Lee Thompson, Simon Case, and Jason Nuff. And we should never forget that Jason Nuff, employed by William and Kate, submitted private messages to help the Daily Mail try to win Meghan's court case. And it's likely that William and Kate approved approved of Jason Nuff, giving that information over. And Meghan's victory is also a win against Carrington Palace. Indeed. Don't you find it weird that they all look the same? And they all have this really weird, creepy look about them, right? Gosh, Lee Thompson is having the worst week of his life, but I don't know what he was expecting working for an institution like this. Thank you so much, Vanessa Jones, for the super sticker. Much appreciated, darling. And I said this in my podcast yesterday. He should just give in his 2 weeks' notice. Give it in. Give it in and give up. There is no fixing this, because there is no fixing the Cambridges. They are broken. Their image is broken. They're broken as people. They're part of a dysfunctional organization, basically a cult mafia. There is nothing that you can do for them as a couple or for this institution. So he needs to just hand in his notice and walk away. And because also Lee Thompson, because of the peculiar bot activity that's going on, he, as the PR guy, is now becoming part of the story. And in fact, all three of these men who are meant to contain the story have become part of the story because the story just has so many twists and turns. You could have never imagined a situation where the future King of England would have told his communications guy to try and sabotage his sister-in-law. So once you become the person and you're the PR guy, there's really nothing you can do. You have to just step away and step back. Jason Knopf apparently wants more. He wants some more heat, so now he's come back as part of the team for Earthworm. Trader CC, I don't see why we give a toss. It's been the UK media practice to catch and bury these scandals. Um, we shan't name any names. Media can't compete with mainstream media. It's a deadly nightmare. Bots won't save the day. Yes, and I just find it hilarious that they've created this front line on Twitter in the virtual world when what's becoming more and more obvious is that in the real world, because we do live in a little bit of a royal bubble here, but in the real world, the royals are becoming increasingly irrelevant. And the way in which this Prince of Pegging story just spread with utter glee shows that even people outside of our little royal online bubble can see what's going on here and they're sick of it. And actually, who was it? Andrew Morton came out and said that Prince William has effectively silenced his mother, Princess Diana, with his shenanigans with the BBC. And I'm going to read out this article because it's a very good one. So, so this was published in the Daily Beast, and the Daily Beast also wrote another article about Prince William and the alleged affair. So they haven't shied away from writing about this at all. So the article says Prince Diana's biographer Andrew Morton has told the Daily Beast that the BBC's announcement that it will never again screen the famous Panorama interview with Princess Diana at the urging of Prince William has resulted in Diana being silenced by her own son. I 100% agree. Morton penned the defining book of the era, Diana, Her True Story, which Diana secretly cooperated with by smuggling a series of tape-recorded conversations to Morton. The book was published in 1992, more than 3 years before the Panorama interview. So this is really, really important because Diana already kind of said what she said, and she said a lot to Morton. And what she said to Bashir was just like the final sprinkles on the cake, right? The cake was already made. So the article goes on to say Morton defended Panorama interviews as an accurate representation of Diana's attitudes, fears, and beliefs at the time, notwithstanding clear evidence of underhand and duplicitous behavior by BBC reporter who conducted the interview, Martin Bashir. And I've said this also, I will never defend a journalist for malpractice. What Bashir did was wrong. It was 100% wrong. But even if he had gotten that interview via legitimate means, I still believe that Diana would have said the exact same things. Because what else would she have said about this cruel, horrid family that she'd already expressed was cruel and horrid? Was she going to sit in front of Martin Bashir and say, oh, well, actually, they're lovely, really? Was she going to sit there and say, oh, I take back everything that I said to Andrew Morton? No, she wasn't going to say that. So I do not defend how Bashir got this interview, but let's just keep it real. Diana would have said the same thing if he had gotten it legitimately. Yes, Wendy, 3 creepers they are. The propaganda campaign has backfired in their faces. Oh, Mercy Thomas, we have a new member. Welcome to the club. I've said this before, but I don't think I got any responses. I'll post it again in the community tab, like maybe just so that the members can see it. But if you are a member and you feel like there's anything that I can do to improve the membership side, please do let me know. I'm always open for suggestions. Okay. Just scroll down your comments. I'd be interested to see what the relationship is between guys like Lee Thompson, who kind of come in, they're outsiders, and the men in grey suits, because we're talking about two different worlds colliding here. Must be an absolute disaster. And I think that Catherine is actually meant to be out and about either today or tomorrow. I mean, I'd just cancel. Say I've got the Rona. You can still use that as an excuse, right? Andrea Allen, thank you so much for super sticker. Much appreciated, darling. Mary, I believe when the Queen goes, they're all going to be drowning like rats. Indeed. That much is obvious. Yes, Michael Grant, if it wasn't Bashir, it would have been someone else. And thank goodness she did that interview almost just in time. Bonnie, William isn't the same son that passed tissues under the door to his suffering mother. It seems like he isn't anymore. Seems like he isn't. He's just power hungry. He wants that crown. Even tried to overstep his father. He's going to be waiting for a very, very long time. And by the time he gets it, goodness knows what the state of the monarchy is going to be. Because they just seem to be hopping from one disaster to the other. I honestly believe that they just need to cancel this American tour. Kensington Palace, if you're listening, cancel the trip to Boston. Cancel it. It is going to be a disaster. Phil B. and Joy, talk to a relative in the UK. They did not hear anything about the Prince William story. No, they've completely and utterly covered it up. They're not talking about it. The Cherryware website to archive articles. So when the UK tabloids try to pull or change articles, we'll have an archive copy. You can have PDF articles too, archive.org. Yes. Somebody, I think it was Lady something, posted that earlier as well. That is very, very true. I've actually downloaded the Diana interview, and what I'm going to do is I might on Twitter or on the community tab do a tutorial on how you can actually download it yourself, because I feel like I feel like everyone in the squad should have a copy of that interview before they just wipe it out forever. CN Adams, thank you so much for the super sticker, much appreciated. But yeah, make sure you're archiving articles, make sure you're screenshotting things. I have so many screenshots of things on my phone, but I need to transfer them all onto an external hard drive, so they're all in files. Like it's ridiculous. I've probably got like 5,000 screenshots or something. Because throughout the day, when things come in, I screenshot them and then I put them in Canva and then I make the slides. Thank you so much, Kim Brown, new member. Welcome to the party. Thank you for your support. Mary Davis, Princess Diana told the truth in the interview, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And if she was there now, she would be spilling the beans. Yes. My gosh, can you imagine if Diana was still around? Marina, they didn't listen when we warned them about the Caribbean tour. Doubt if they will now. Yeah. And I'll be yes, I mean it's going to be interesting to see how the American crowd reacts, because I was listening to some squaddies um in the spaces, and they were talking about how, it's like the playoff season and how there's something to do with the election and it's just before Christmas, and like just the timing is so bad. So I don't know if anybody who's American in the chat wants to add anything to that, but it just seems like they've picked a very odd time to go. I don't even know who the Cambridges are going to be talking to, because they can't talk to the left, because the left is, I think, a little bit more on side with Harry and Meghan. They can't talk to people of color for sure, and even on the right, at the end of the day, um, Americans celebrate 4th of July for a reason. So I don't know who it is that they are trying to, or who they can even appeal to, or what the point of them going to the US is. To me, this just doesn't make any sense at all. Mhm. NRB, it's really karma. Diana gets to haunt them from the grave. How often has anyone seen this kind of reality? Yes. I mean, the chickens are coming home to roost. Gwendolyn, Kate, William and Kate are going to the England Germany football on Sunday. Ooh. Well, we all know what happened the last time William went to the football, although that was Liverpool, and Liverpool is apparently, they said, known to boo the Royals or anyone connected to the establishment. So if they get booed now we'll know that it wasn't just that particular group of fans, that everybody can see it. That these two people are nasty. And football fans, I think, are a lot more honest about their feelings than the tennis set. So that should be interesting. Lovely Rose, they keep trying to insert themselves in the US like the Sussexes. They're literally the Sussex shadow because they keep trying to be like them. Yeah, I just don't understand. Um, what do they think? Just because they land on American soil, people are gonna, throw themselves all over them, like, or maybe they're still thinking back to their previous tour, that they still have the same image and likability, and they just don't, because they haven't done anything to court the US audience at all. And they've been nothing but xenophobic to Meghan, and made fun of and attacked her Americanness, her Hollywoodness. So I don't think this is going to go down very well. I'm also thinking of who's going to interview them, because the last time I remember Pippa being in the US, it was what was his name? Matt Lautner? Is that his name? The one who was disgraced. So who's even going to interview them? Thank you, Black Queen, for the super sticker. I'm guessing they're probably going to take the kids as well, just to distract. Also, this came up on my feed because now everybody's digging for the receipts from years ago. So this article is from May 2011, and it was a former friend of Kate reveals the couple's university chemistry, that Wills paid £200 for Kate to be his slave. Former housemate reveals couple university's chemistry. Um, some chemistry. This is never something that I've done with a boyfriend. So let me just go to the link and read it. This has been archived, by the way, just in case they try to change or delete it. But I think it really says something about the dynamics of William and Kate's relationship. So the article says she first captivated her prince when she strutted down the catwalk in a sheer dress. Also, the story goes. In reality, Kate Middleton had won Prince William's affections months earlier when he paid £200 for her doing a slave auction at a Harry Potter themed party. Laura Washer lived with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in their halls during their first year. So I think this is the friend who runs the sex clubs. I think that's her. I don't believe they're friends anymore. But yeah, there you have it. And is it any surprise that sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. Yeah, is it any surprise that he made her wait 10 years if she was willing to do things like this? Very strange. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. I will end with your comments. Really though, Lee Thompson, you've got work on your hands, because look at these pictures from the Australia tour. All of these signs. We heart you, Meghan. We love you, Meghan and Harry. We love you, Meghan. Harry's all right. Congratulations on baby Sussex. I gave up perfect school attendance to see you. And you've never seen anything like this for William and Kate. The last time I saw anything close to this for William and Kate, for William and Kate, or for William and Harry. Okay, for William and Kate, there was a little bit of fanfare last time they came, right, to the US. But last time I saw this kind of fanfare was when William and Harry were very, very young. And I'm sure some of you have seen the videos of, the girls like, oh my God, they're so cute. But you've never really seen anything like that again until Meghan came onto the scene. And there is just no way that Lee Thompson is going to be able to replicate this, because this comes from this only comes when you are an authentic person, and that's what people see in Harry and Meghan. So yeah, that's pretty much all. We'll end with your comments and call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. Thank you for the super stickers, super chats, and our new members. We've got so many new members. Please let me know if there are any small ways I can improve membership experience. Right. Anita Portress, they want to be interviewed by Oprah. It is not gonna happen. The only way that I ever see Oprah interviewing William and Kate is if either William and Kate or both of them together are willing to tell the truth, and nothing but the whole truth of how they did Harry and Meghan dirty. That's the only time I see. And I think that they have to agree before the interview to be completely unfiltered and 100% honest. That's the only way I see Oprah interviewing William and Kate. Veda, that's their first mistake, to attack Meghan and the people that would have been happy to see them now, who they are and what they are. We don't forget. No, we will not forget. Joyce, they will take the children to the match on Sunday to make sure they won't get booed. Yeah, unfortunately, they probably will do that. Trader CC, Rothermere, the biggest bully and harassment king, is always on the US president shows whose side they're on. The Daily Mail is always reporting on US affairs and disrespectful to the Bidens. Yes, that is true. And I wonder if after Jill Biden completely wasted her time with Catherine last time, if they will agree to meet with them. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how we feel about William and Kate, technically speaking, this would be regarded as a state visit. So I do wonder if they will be met by the Bidens or other officials while they're there. Bonnie McFarlane, a story about a rich royal paying a woman to be a slave in school is wrong on so many levels. Yes. It's wrong, him for doing it and her for agreeing to be part of it. It's just so wrong on every level. Edna Richardson, Kate wasn't liked too well in college like Meghan was. Well, there's a lot about Kate's college years that's very that it's almost like lost in time. I don't really know a whole lot about her college years. Like it's kind of like here and there, very choppy. I think they erased a lot of it. Whereas Meghan, you can find plenty of things and all delightful things at that. Yes, Lynn, Pandora's box is blown wide open. Now they're digging for everything. Yeah. Yes, Ian Adams, who participates in the slave auction. Marina, William was never set on marrying Kate. Well, word on the streets is that, is it Jekka? Jessa Craig, the one who lives in Kenya, was apparently his true love, but my girl was too smart to become a royal wife. She just enjoyed being a royal girlfriend and kept it moving. Andrea, Kate was a social climber, just like her mother. Well, I don't personally see anything actually wrong with social climbing. I think the term social climbing is used to shame people who maybe are of a lower class or maybe didn't have as much money from improving their lives and working their way up in society. My issue is when you're doing it at the expense of others, or if you're willing to um degrade yourself or make yourself smaller as an attempt to reach that status. So I don't see anything wrong with social climbing, or a woman wanting to be with a man of status or wealth, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of others and you don't belittle yourself. Sherry Ware, this is the YouTube video to show you how to archive articles, Internet Time Machine. Oh, fantastic, Sherry Ware. Thank you so much for posting that. I'm gonna, when I go back to the replay, I'll take the link and, oh, or can I actually, okay, it's not letting me do it now, but I will post that in the community tab because I think that's very useful. Lynn, Oprah don't play because she's not into BS. Exactly. Phil, B and Joy, they're going to try to outshine Harry and Meghan. Well, they can try all they want. That's not happening. That's what his great grandparents did. There's a documentary about it. Oh well, I just think everything is backfiring on them, and I don't think that this trip will be any different. Sandy, Princess Di was suffering so badly and feeling overwhelmed by the royal mafia. She was willing to spill all her pain, even to the milkman, butcher, baker, and the roaches in the palace. Yes, and also the documents that Bashir showed Diana, basically what they were falsified bank statements showing that people had been paid to spy on her. But it has always been suspected that people in the palace were spying on her anyway. So it's almost, you could almost say, like, Bashir, he told a lie, but that lie had some truth to it. And it's interesting that really it's only William who is really pushing for that interview not to be aired. Harry said his 2 cents in his statement, but it doesn't seem like he's pushing for the interview to be censored at all, because I think he knows that his mother was. What was the words that he used in his statement? He said she was something honest, very honest. Yes, Lucy Wayne, thank you so much for reminding everyone to thumbs up and subscribe. Marina, social climbing means improving your life. The rodents use it negatively, yes. Yes, Black Queen. Or when you get to the top, you look down on where you came from. Yes, that's also a bad thing to do. All right, who is going to get the last word of the day? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming as usual. Crack me up. How pathetic are you to PR against your own deceased mother? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, that Diana, she left her words so that nobody else could speak for her, but now they're trying to silence her. Brilliant. My question is, why is William doing this? Well, it seems like his heart has just been blackened. It was Meghan Kelly will do the interview for William and Kate for Fox. Do you know? I don't think that they'll be interviewed for Fox, but it wouldn't surprise me if Meghan Kelly did the interview. Not at all. And other than her, I don't know who is Murdoch Paper could interview them except Amy Robert Robinov for ABC. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. The thing is, if they were interviewed by Meghan Kelly, I don't know if you remember this, but she posted a picture of the Queen with an AK in her hand, basically threatening Harry and Meghan. So if Kate and William do that, they better be prepared for the backlash that follows. But you're right, I can't think of many people or you know who would want to be interviewed. But hang on a minute, the Amy woman that you're talking about for ABC, isn't she the one who got shut down, who had the Andrew story? And the reason her network shut it down was so that they could have an exclusive for William and Kate, who nobody even cares about anymore. So I don't see her interviewing. If that's the woman I'm thinking, I don't see her interviewing William and Kate because that was the story of a lifetime for her, and it got shut down for um for William and Kate. I'd be very peeved about that. I wouldn't want to interview them. Um, all right. Who is going to get the last of the day? Okay, Elite Portress. What God has for you, H&M is for you. Yes, I agree with that. All right, Marina, I'm going to give you the last word of the day. Good day, or I didn't know you didn't know that I was on. Well, I'm glad that you jumped onto the live chat as well, honey. Good day to everyone. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I can love you. I just can't change my emotions. Come on, love me again.
Well. Next question. See ya.